I'm
How are
glad
you?
to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Of course, of course. I'm really, really looking forward to this. I think we're going to have a really great time. We're going to talk about some things. I guess I want to start just with how are you doing?
I am doing good.
Good, good.
Got a shower. I'm fine. My injuries are still itchy.
Mm, I'm so
We're good
sorry.
though.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah, valid. Well,
How are you?
I'm okay. I had a long day. I had a really long day. I had to be in the office today. I
Sorry.
actually, it's okay. I was telling chat that I actually fainted in the office today.
Oh wait, I saw that. What?
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
okay?
okay. I'm okay. I'm tired and I'm stressed. They put
Mm,
they put a bunch of documents in front of me and they were like translate these, and I was working and
I'm
working and
so
working.
sorry.
No, it's okay. When I work that hard, I tend not to do things like take care of myself or drink water or eat food. And I think my body was just like, "Hey, by the way, go sleep right now."
Boom. Bam. Done.
Yeah, yeah. But it is what it is. I'm doing fine. I feel great. I'm so pumped. I'm just really hype right now. I'm like I have the zoomies, zoomies.
I had the zoomies earlier. Now that I don't need a cane to walk,
Mm.
I was hobbling all over the office today willingly. I looked like a freaking penguin just waddling around.
I love it. I just started using a cane. I hadn't used a cane for a long time. I was just walking with a limp. And finally I was like, you know what, this is silly. And so I finally broke down and bought a cane. I'm one of those people who I really have a hard time buying anything for myself ever, even if it's something that I legitimately need. I'll be like, no, I'm not going to spend money on that. What? Medications that will keep me alive? I'm not going to spend money on that. A cane to help myself walk? No way. That's like 25 bucks.
Yeah, I will tell you this right now. I barely can take care of my own mental health. Like, you expect me to take care of myself physically? Absolutely not.
Completely valid. Completely
I was
valid.
too scared to even like when I fell. I was like, I don't even want to go to the ER.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
I
didn't want to call my
understand that.
parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I work
Definitely.
for a hospital and it's still expensive. It's
Uh,
not great, guys.
I'm so sorry. You should at least get free healthcare if you work there.
You would think I would. You would think I would.
Mhm.
Welcome to the American healthcare system.
Yes. Well, I think that's actually a really great place to start. Why don't you just start out by telling us about yourself?
How does my intro go again? Hi everyone, this is Evie Mouse from your ever powerful, always tired guardian of the sea. Guess what? Haha, for 2 more days. Yay! And then we get to change. That's literally how I've been introducing myself in every stream.
Oh my
Was we've just been
goodness.
doing the countdown.
I'm here for a countdown. We all love a countdown, whether good or bad. I am just here all the
It
time
could
for
be
a
good
countdown.
or bad depending on how you see this countdown going.
Truth. Truth. 100%.
Could be happy. We could be not. Who knows?
Yeah.
You'll never know. I lie about everything. I mean, what? I
Okay.
promise I will be completely honest with you during this stream.
I believe
All
you.
hail Queen Bitch.
Affectionate.
I just looked down. I was like, oh. I mean, at this point, everyone knows. Everyone has seen what I'm slowly rebranding to.
Yeah.
If you know the joke, you get the joke. Which I guess we could probably talk about the joke sometime later in this because it does apply.
Sure. Yeah. I love that. I love that.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have something in common, I think. We are both members of V-Kind, aren't we?
Yes, we do. And who knows? Maybe after, who knows? Maybe, I don't know, 3 days?
Uh-huh.
We may have something else in common. Who knows? Puppy, I need you to think really hard about this.
Am I getting fired?
No! That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I didn't get fired.
I know you didn't. But it was just like, we might have something in common. Like I'm not gonna be here anymore.
I had to think about that. I was like, wait, I didn't get fired.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm talking about something else.
Yes. I think I understand.
I saw the pause and I was like, oh god, wait, do I have to explain this? Do I have to explain the joke?
You usually have to explain things with me. I am pretty dense.
Okay, just so you guys know, starting May 1st, not only will there be this cute little puppy, but you guys will also get a bitch. Think about what that means.
I have no idea what that... No, I do know what that means. I'm not that say-so.
I'm sorry.
I
mean that in the correct term, not the bad word.
Understood.
So y'all can't censor me for that one.
Conspiracies of a canine nature. I love it. One day, this is going to be our book. Conspiracies of a canine nature.
Featuring Evie and Puppy.
Love it.
Do we have any more dogs we can add into this?
Yes, let's collect all of the dogs. Bring them all in. As long as they're good dogs.
Yeah, well, I guess then I'm out.
No!
I'm sorry.
No.
Bye, guys.
No!
Just put them... No more. Hi, Evie. Be kind, but oops, all dogs. And then there's Celeste.
Celeste can be an honorary dog. Celeste is always
We're just
welcome.
gonna turn this to all dogs.
Celeste says meow. Yeah, all dogs. All dogs all the time.
Hey, all dogs.
That's so much funnier than you know. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Bark.
Sorry. All good. Bark. So I wonder if you wouldn't mind to talk a little bit about what V-kind means to you.
Oh my god. I was actually thinking about this earlier, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I cried a little.
Oh.
Thinking about it.
Oh.
Because you guys mean so much to me, and you guys are doing, like, so many good things. Especially with, like... Let's be real. Pardon my language, the state of the VTubing world right now is kind of a shit show.
Yeah.
And, like, the fact that everyone is trying their best to be positive, you know, while I continue to stay here being depressed, I apologize, y'all. I'm doing my best, too.
Yeah.
But, like, I appreciate everything that all of you guys are doing. And, like, you know, just trying to make the space happier.
Absolutely.
Evie saying you guys like she didn't pull a triple shift during the relay.
Truth.
Was it a triple shift? I can't even remember.
It was, or something like that.
I just know I started it. I came back for a little bit, and oh yeah, it was a triple shift, huh?
Yeah. Welcome in Uatu, by the way. Happy to have you here. Welcome for the first time.
Hi.
Okay, so well, yeah, I didn't really give you the chance to really... What we're doing is really amazing, and we're doing our best. All of us. We're all doing our best. And what you said, I think it's so... I think it's so important to recognize that sometimes it's just not easy to stay positive. I know I really struggle with that a lot because things lately have just been really rough. Both personally and also just on kind of like a social level. There's a lot of bad stuff going on lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it is hard to stay positive personally, but you know what is weird? I find it a lot easier to kind of give off positivity than I do to keep it for myself. Does that make any sense?
No, I'm the exact same way. I'm over here just like, I love you guys. And I will tell you all these positive things, and then behind the scenes I'm crying.
Yep.
That's just how it is.
Tears behind our smiles. I feel it.
We go ooh ah behind the scenes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is how I cope with the sadness.
I feel you. Wow.
Ooh, wow. I may say that I should warn you right now and everyone in this chat. For some reason, I tend to say things that for some reason stick, and I apologize if the dumbest thing continues to appear after this.
It is all good. It is all good.
I'm scared ooh wow might actually.
Out of pocket? Evie doesn't even have pockets.
I actually do, first of all. Right now I do have pockets.
Lovely.
I would just like to point that out there.
Well, I guess technically I do. I have my hand in my pocket.
Oh, if we're talking about I was gonna say my model. What's a model? My outfit. I don't know if I have pockets. We got great. Do you guys see how little clothes I have? I have to. I have to make do with what I can.
Very valid.
As if you guys can see my my model right now. Yes. Yay.
So let's get into it a little bit. Ikimashou. So I want
That's all. Sorry.
All good. I want to ask you some questions. So we're gonna do some questions, but again, I just want to kind of remind you that this is really your platform. That my goal here is to give you the space to talk. So as we're going kind of through these questions, I want you to be able to feel free and have the agency to talk about what means the most to you, right? Take it where you want to go. It's important to me. So
Yeah.
So our first question, I understand you and I have talked a little bit, and I think I've gotten the vibe from you that your culture is like really important to you. So I wonder if you would speak about that a little bit.
It's just one of those that were like, it is a part of me, which, you know, for better or for worse, I guess. But how do I say this? Wow, I read these questions, and I'm gonna be honest with you. There were some that I'm a little bit more focused on than others.
Valid.
And you will know exactly which ones those are. Because I think I told you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I also, when we get to a certain question, I just have to make sure I know who's in the chat, because there's a certain someone that I'm trying to make sure doesn't know what it is.
Okay, understood.
But oh, you know, for better or for worse, it's a part of me, for all the bad and the good that, you know, both my cultures have done. And unfortunately, all the unfortunate crazy shit that has come from both of my cultures.
Yeah.
But like, at the end of the day, like I said, yeah, it's a part of me. I grew up with it. It kind of shaped like all my values, my beliefs, and all of that. Of course, there are some things I don't like completely agree with.
Right.
But like, you know, those are my own experiences. I grew up with it. It made me become the person I am today.
That's super valid.
And whether that's a good or a bad thing, that's up for y'all to decide.
Yeah.
I'm just here.
So Surrounded wants to know if it's them that can't know the secret thing.
No. It's a very specific person.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't think I have to worry about them because I can see what they're doing on Discord. I think we're good.
Amazing.
I'm just your problem, Evie.
I love it.
I really am. The problem.
So
yeah.
So specifically, if you can share with us, what specific cultures are you coming from, and how does that shape who you are?
Okay. For those of you that are not aware, which would be surprising because I do talk about this a lot, I really do. Like, sometimes I kind of use it as an excuse to get away with stupid things. For those of you that didn't know, I am half Filipino, half Japanese. A lot of my own values, my own like ethics, I believe, do come from my own cultures. Case in point, I realize days without Evie using being Japanese as an excuse, 0. When have I used it as an excuse? If When have I used it as an excuse?
Well, you could do it today, and then that statement still applies.
I guess that's true. I could start today and it would work.
Yes.
What was I saying? I really do think it shaped a lot of my own values and my own ethics as a person. Especially with like, with like being half Filipino, there's like a huge emphasis on family for me.
Yeah.
My family will always come, and I mean they do this too with Japan, but it's like my family will always come first and foremost before anything else. I do like to joke around that my work ethic very much comes from the Japanese side of my.
Oh, that's interesting.
I do not saying that Filipinos are lazy. It's just, have you seen a Japanese person work, guys?
Yeah.
We're a little insane.
I work for a Japanese company, so I can confirm that oftentimes it's a little bit like their expectation of me is like, why aren't you working as hard as all of the rest of us? And I'm like, well, many reasons.
I get anxious when I miss like the smallest thing that could possibly not impact anything.
I feel you. Yeah.
And I need to make sure everything is done.
Literally.
There's a joke I like to tell people. Because unfortunately, having to grow up in both these cultures, I can confirm to you that both these stereotypes are true. There's a joke that the Filipino will show up an hour late while the Japanese person shows up an hour early. I like to make the joke that I show up just right on time.
Perfect.
They balance each other.
Perfect. That's perfect. We'll talk more. We'll talk more about Filipino culture, but one of the things that I'm really interested in is the idea of Filipino time. So that's something that I want to ask about later as well.
I have a lot to say about that.
Amazing. We'll talk about that too. But I want to bring up something actually about Japanese culture, something that I know. So I worked for a couple years at a juku, a Japanese cram school.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I learned that really shocked me, that I was very, very surprised about. Also, by the way, hi, Coffee Mom. I'm so happy that you're here. It's so nice to see you.
Hey.
Yay. So one of the things that I heard from multiple different, particularly, well, actually Japanese moms and dads both told me this. They told me that there's an ideal Japanese family structure. And the ideal family structure in Japan, that many people told me this, is to have an older daughter and a younger son, so that you have the daughter to watch the son, and you can like force the daughter into servitude to watch the son, who gets all of your everything wonderful, that the son gets all of the wonderful things.
I can honestly believe that, but I was an only child for at least 11 years.
Beautiful.
But I could honestly believe that.
Yeah, very, very interesting stuff.
Because the things I did when my little sister was born.
Oh no. What did you do?
Huh?
What did you do?
I like to tell this story. I taught my little sister how to walk in the dumbest way I possibly could.
Oh no.
Do you guys remember like Nokia phones? Like those little brick phones? I may be dating myself by doing that.
Yeah.
But you know those IKEA phones where or not IKEA.
Nokia.
Could you imagine IKEA had phone?
IKEA phone. You have to put it together yourself.
You build your own phone. You just build your own phone, guys. Go to IKEA right now. I promise you it'll be great.
Amazing.
The Nokia phones. Yes, the Nokia phones. Look down at the chat.
Hi, Rico, by the way.
Hi, Rico. Hi, Kuya. But yeah, so I had like one of those, like, this was right when like Nokia started doing like the touchscreen phones. when they first started to become a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was playing around with it, and then my sister crawled up to me to try to grab it, and my little 11-year-old self got annoyed, so I got up and walked the other way. And then I turned around and I saw her pushing herself up.
Oh.
And then she just starts wailing.
Oh.
And then she's following me, and this is gonna make me sound absolutely crazy. I was so fascinated that she learned how to walk just to get my phone. I dangled the phone in front of her and kept walking around.
Oh my goodness, it's a carrot.
Yeah, I essentially it was like a carrot.
That's so cute.
I dangled it around. And then all my mom heard, like, in the kitchen was just
Oh my goodness.
She runs out. She's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "Mom, look!"
That's so cute.
And my mom stared at us like, "What is wrong with my daughters?" So, I can honestly believe that is the family structure.
Yeah. Very.
Although I would say my family is not the most like stereotypical Filipino or Japanese family.
Mm-hmm.
As most of you guys know, I like to fight men.
What? I didn't know this.
I always we are very I grew up in a very matriarchal family.
Interesting. Huh.
Which is why you guys may notice that I tend to pick on the guys more than I do the girls. I have no respect for men, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Rico's cool though. Kuya Rico's cool.
Yeah, Rico's the best.
Kuya Rico's cool. Everyone else I'm gonna fight. I thought we should just...
Is that not normal?
Yeah. We should probably put that out there. But that could also be the Filipino being very violent.
Yeah.
But it's fine. The Japanese is plotting the demise in the background. We're good.
Oh gosh, that's awful.
I had someone tell me that if I was also Korean, it would be over for the world.
Ah! That's terrible. That's terrible.
I wish I was joking. I actually had someone tell me that.
I went to while I was living in China. I had.
Wolf, hi, welcome.
Oh, Wolf. Wait, yeah. What part of Korean blood? This is the question. So while I was living in China, I was actually studying with a group of South Korean students and a group of North Korean students. And that's
oh goodness.
Yeah, that's actually weird because most people really kind of don't get to associate with North Korean people.
Yeah.
But I'm in China, right? And so in my dorm, there's this group of North Korean students, and they were the most studious, hardworking, serious, like always wearing like really, really, really conservative clothing, and like ties and things like that. And then the South Koreans were just like, "Let's go drinking." They were just like,
honestly,
the party
mood.
kids. Yeah.
Mood. Yeah, I can believe that because we at the first college I went to, we had like a bunch of South Korean exchange students. We were partying it up at least 3 times a week. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. Surrounded, you're absolutely right. That's the American influence, 100%. 100%.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yay, America.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Speaking of getting out of America, my uncle has actually lived in the Philippines for about 10 years. I never went to visit him because he doesn't like me very much, which is really weird.
I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. It's very, very, very odd because of the reason that he moved to the Philippines. He moved to the Philippines for 2 reasons. And this is, a long time ago, but he moved there 10 years ago to open a gym and because there were lots of essentially like trans people there, right?
This is very true.
Yes. And he thought that's very cool. So my thinking was always, oh, he's gonna enjoy it when I come out as trans. He's gonna be like, oh wow, you're my niece now. That's really wonderful. Oh, I'm so happy to have a niece because I moved to friggin' the Philippines because there were lots of trans girls there. But instead, he was like, ugh, that's gross. Why would you do that?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's
That's
okay.
upsetting.
It's fine.
That's upsetting.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay. But he's my only connection to Filipino culture, and so I don't believe anything that he's ever told me. He's told me all of these like weird stories about the Philippines, and everything that I've heard is like super, super, super dubious. So I would love to get your perspective on what
I would
Filipino
like
culture is
to know, like, what have you been told that is very dubious?
Okay, so he has all of these like wacky conspiracy theories about the interplay between I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna I got boba. I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna mispronounce it because I do every time. Tagalog.
Tagalog. Yes, you were close.
Tagalog. Okay. He has these weird conspiracy theories about the interplay between Tagalog and Spanish. And like, like I know that there's influence there, but his conspiracy theories are bizarre. And he'll do things like do numerology on both of the languages and be like, look, see, if the fourth letter is in this position and the fifth letter is in this position, then you can tell historically that all of this weird stuff that I do not understand whatsoever.
I will confirm to you that as someone that does know the language, I have never heard of that in my life. In what world?
I have no clue. I have no clue.
I mean, yes, a lot of our words are borrowed from Spanish because, like, history lesson time, we had been taken over by the Spaniards for 500 years.
500? I didn't realize it was that long.
It's a long time, and then we got taken over by America for a little bit, and then Japan. We kind of got taken over by everyone. We kind of became the Philippines itself, like especially during times of war. Mini history lesson for you guys. It was like the perfect spot, especially during like World War II, because it had a ton of like natural resources and was near, like it was in the middle of like both, like pretty much everywhere. So you could get close to a lot of places with the Philippines. So they kind of fought for us for a little bit. I also like to think that that is the reason why Filipinos look like everything.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Because you could see me, like, obviously I don't know what Rico looks like in real life. But like, who knows? You could see me and Rico, and you would think we were like two different. I mean, granted, I am half, but like, I digress. Like, we could look like two completely different races.
Interesting.
I've met like Filipino people who look white. I'm not lying.
That's wild.
It's like I literally went to school with a bunch of Filipino people that looked white.
Huh. That's so interesting. Also, apparently the rest of the world is just jealous of how sexy you are. Is that right?
I mean, sure. I don't know. Do you guys find me attractive?
Is that personal to you, or is that just a culture thing?
You know what? Actual fun fact. Do you guys know like those Miss Universe beauty pageants? Philippines is always in the top 5.
Interesting. Huh.
So, I guess we are pretty sexy. We're usually in the top 5.
Interesting. That is the only thing that my uncle told me about the Philippines that I actually hold to be true, is that, and I think it has something to do with the language, but I guess like Filipino people are just generally speaking really, really, really great singers.
I don't know. Do you guys think I can sing? Because I've been told I can, and I'm sitting here not believing you guys. I kind of just sit here and not believe you guys. As I say, as I spent yesterday recording 3 different things and praying to God that they sound good.
Well,
I mean, granted, if you look at like America's Got Talent or like X Factor, usually you'll see a lot of Filipino people just belting it.
Yeah.
So I can believe it.
Karaoke is apparently very, very popular there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess I would be an embarrassment if I couldn't sing, considering I come from the country that made it, as well as the country that is obsessed with it.
Fair.
So I hope I'm not the disappointment.
Karaoke is in your culture, so surrounded? That's interesting.
It is very much in our culture. Literally, if you bring up karaoke in a Filipino party, I guarantee you someone's going to whip something out.
What? Ayo?
I don't know. I saw you beef that Yakuza minigame. Look. In my defense, the stupid thing changed to Xbox controls while I was using a PS4 controller. I don't know what they look like. The X is in the opposite direction.
Oh no.
I don't know what everything looks like.
Celeste, I feel you. I heard that too.
What? Oh. Oop.
It's all good.
Either way, guys, I apologize. I have a tendency to say the wrong things.
Nah. The wrong thing is usually the right thing.
I was trying to explain to them, like, not to sidetrack from the interview, but I was trying to explain to my chat how I'm a... Do you guys know what it means to be, like, a makeup on the floor type of person? That's me.
I have no idea what that means.
It means I just prefer to sit down on the floor and do my makeup in front of a mirror. And I was trying to explain that, and someone asked me why I was a makeup on the floor type of person, and I said it's because I don't like to be bent over the counter. In all seriousness, and I tried explaining that to a friend, and my friend said, Evie, I need you to listen to me. The correct phrase is leaned over. Not bent over. Please never say that again.
Or maybe.
I don't need certain people hearing me say that phrase.
Valid. And yet...
I can think of 2 people off the top of my head that would make a joke immediately, and I'm not going to call them out, but they know who they are.
Perfect.
Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I guess we'll move forward to my next question. Would you talk a little bit about what it was like being raised in a Filipino-Japanese household?
Okay, so the funny thing about that is, so my parents actually got divorced when I was very little. Ironically, when we lived in the Philippines, is when I was with my mom.
Okay.
Who is Japanese.
Interesting.
So I did, as a child, I lived in a Japanese household.
Interesting. That's really
But in the Philippines.
Huh.
It was very interesting now that I think about it. But also, not to brag because now I'm poor as fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. But like, we were technically considered rich in the Philippines. So I did have like maids and nannies growing up.
Wow. That's amazing.
Fun fact. I was raised by lesbians.
Ooh, very cool.
My nannies, for some reason, my nannies were always lesbians. I don't know how this happened.
Maybe it was on the resume.
At least my mom was an ally.
Yeah. Not uncommon among the wealthy there. Interesting. That's fascinating. Lesbian nannies.
It's funny and lesbian. Funny enough, actually, like nannies are such a very common thing in the Philippines. Even like middle class families have it. Raised by lesbian sounds like an interesting RPG background.
Okay, I agree with you, but also, and just hear me out, it would also make a really, really awesome metal band name, Raised by Lesbians. I love that.
Oh my god, wait, actually?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We need to patent this, hold on. Well, yeah, me and my little sister were raised by lesbians.
Fantastic.
They tend to be that.
Fantastic.
But yeah. But
Um,
yeah, and then I grew up, ironically, when I came back to America and lived with my dad is when I lived like with a Filipino household,
okay.
which honestly felt so weird.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm used to it now
Yeah.
because with like my Japanese side of the family, we kind of kept to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And like occasionally like I would stay with like my aunts and my uncles and then vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Raised by lesbians, the Evie story. But like so it was weird when I came back and it was like this is Filipino culture in a nutshell. We love to fucking party.
Mm-hmm.
Every week there was a party and a lot of food. Good food. Food. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all
Now
good.
I'm hungry.
We will definitely talk about food. I
Yes,
promise.
we
I
will.
promise. Surrounded is saying something about ninjas that I don't understand.
Oh no. Ninang and Ninong is like godfathers and godmothers.
Oh, okay.
Cuz they are very this was another weird thing is that like Filipinos are very religious.
Okay. Catholic.
I am not one of those people.
Okay. Is it Catholicism that made its way there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
A lot of the Philippines is very heavily Catholic. My grandma in particular is extremely heavily Catholic.
Okay.
I actually went to a Catholic school.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
When you guys thought that them hitting you was a joke, no.
Ugh. Yikes. Yikes.
Yeah, I literally would get smacked for sitting slightly wrong.
Oh no. I don't like that.
It's wild. I used to get slapped with manila folders,
Well,
like right on the thigh, because that's a core memory I have.
oh no. That's so rude. I don't like it.
And also having to go to mass
Mm,
every Friday.
unfortunately, homophobia is also part of the package. Okay, we're gonna have to talk
It's-
about that.
It's so okay. That is like a really weird like thing, and I don't understand it as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of LGBT people in the Philippines,
Mm-hmm.
and yet I don't know. It feels like an oxymoron.
Yeah, yeah, it seems odd to me. It seems odd to me.
Like we have a lot of LGBT people,
Huh.
but like yeah, it's famously gay yet famously homophobic, and I don't know what to tell you.
So, like Prince.
I was not expecting that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the second time someone's got me today with. I would tell you the other thing, but it might be really inappropriate, so I'm not
Okay.
going to say what happened. But it was really funny.
I have apparently killed Coffee Cat. I'm so sorry.
I had to like think about it for a second. It's fine. I think I got coffee like a few weeks ago because I started telling everyone about stories that happened at work.
Oh,
And Celeste was like, "Coffee's dying in the background. I just want you to know that."
The lotion
I was like,
story?
"Oops."
I don't think I want to know.
I'll tell it to you later.
Okay.
It's actually pretty funny. It's funny in hindsight. It sucked in the
Oh
moment.
no.
Just know working at a mental health clinic is wild, guys.
Valid. Valid.
But yeah, it's like it's weirdly like because I was raised around a lot of gay people.
Mm-hmm.
So it which probably is why I'm very much like I mean, granted, I tell you guys that I am openly within the community as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never lie about that part. But like I think that's also why I grew up just like I don't understand like why does it bother people so much?
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause
Also,
I was
Stormin.
Hi Stormy, welcome.
Hi.
So that's why I'm just like I don't know. Yeah, it is really weird actually the more I think about it, because historically like it is like very openly gay yet openly homophobic. One of the biggest oxymorons, and I wish I was lying about this, is that we do have gay priests.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Huh.
Although I will say, this actually reminds me of a really funny thing, is we actually had to call that a
Greased. I don't like that at all.
I don't know how I feel about that word either. A greased. I'm gonna start saying that. Funny enough, because unfortunately, this is a stereotype, but unfortunately, it has been proven time and time again to be true. A lot of Filipinos work at hospitals.
Interesting. Why is that?
I have no clue.
Huh. Huh.
At least in my hospital, see, Rico gets it. For some reason, I literally in the hospital I work at, it doesn't matter what department I go to. It could literally be mental health, primary care, the emergency department, or even the damn parking office. There's at least 5 Filipinos in the room.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot.
They just care about people. I guess we do.
Maybe, yeah.
They're very caring people.
Yeah, yeah.
We will take care of you. Do you not have a voice telling you to become a doctor? Oh, my parents gave up on that a long time ago. They knew that was... It's not that I'm stupid. I'm actually very smart. Even though it may not sound like it. I actually used to do biochem, and then I hated biochem, so then I moved to art. And then I got accepted into computer science. I may not be a doctor, but I could be the person making the machine that keeps you alive.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. That's the same path Surrounded took. That's really neat.
Really? Wait, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Huh.
I mean, hey, let's go. But yeah, I don't know why that's a thing, but yeah. Oh, the reason I brought that up is because I did actually have to explain to my supervisor, who is like the sweetest Filipino woman you'll ever know. And she is willing to learn, and I understand where the confusion came, because as someone that grew up in the Philippines, I can understand like when you've grown up with this, you have a very like ingrained idea of what certain things are. But the good news with her is she's trying to learn.
Interesting. Okay.
Because there was we came to the conclusion that we may have to make her a chart about LGBT people.
Amazing.
Because we were trying to explain to her lesbians. Explain to her lesbian. So in the Philippines, it's really weird, and a lot of like Filipinos could probably it has probably changed, you know, coming like in modern day. But like a lot of like the Philippines in terms of like LGBTQ has like this very like set idea that it's like gay men are like super flamboyant, whereas like lesbians are very like butch and masculine. And like it was very hard to for us to explain that to her. The good news is we eventually got it through her head.
Nice.
Because we had to explain to her between one coworker and another, who were both lesbians. Where cute. One looked exactly like what she imagined a lesbian to be.
Not ready for bears yet.
She's not. We thought about actually making her a chart. That's how bad it was.
That's so cute.
We had one coworker who looked like, you know, and like she'll admit this, that she does look like the very stereotypical butch masculine lesbian. And then we had another who looked very much more like feminine.
Yeah.
And it was really funny to listen to her because we would try to explain it and she would go, so that means you're bi? And we're like, no. No, that's not what that means. She's like, I don't get it. And we're like, this is the discussion we're trying to show you that it's not a one size fits all thing.
Right.
And like once again, the difference between her and like other like, you know, bigots and stuff like that is she is willing to learn.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just a matter of like trying to help her understand it, because this is it is like as much as I hate this argument, it is like something that she did grow up with, but it is like she's trying to understand.
Yeah. When I
And
have
that's the
personally faced bigotry, I have kind of categorized it into 3 different types of bigotry that I've faced. So the first one is, well, I don't have a problem with you, but won't somebody think of the children, right? And that's,
I never understood that argument.
I don't either, and I just go like, if you don't have a problem with me, then don't have a problem with me. You clearly do have a problem with me, but you know, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then I'll have another group that's like, I'm going to secretly have a problem with you, but I'm never going to tell you about it, but you can tell. You can tell that they have a problem with me. They're just never going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then I have my openly, I want to punch you people that I deal with all the time. So, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, they have not met me yet.
Punch them back.
I am the most not controversial, confrontational. I can't word today, guys. I'm sorry.
Coffee cat. Oh my gosh.
Don't shove the. Oh my god. The bi-curious
homophobe. Seem to take it in stride or not care. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That is why I never understood that argument, because I'm like over here like 5-year-old Tommy could give 2 shits.
Yeah.
If the big hairy man likes other men. If anything, he's just gonna be curious and then move along with his day and play with his Legos and not even think about it again.
I have only ever had one kid actually have a problem with me, like one younger person actually have a problem with me, and they were like, okay, so you're trans, so that means that you used to be a boy and now you're a girl. And I was like, okay, this kid is gonna get it. This kid is gonna get it. They're totally gonna understand. And I was like, yes, that's right. I am now a girl, right? And I thought the kid is gonna be fine with this, and the kid was like, I don't want a friend like that, and then just walked away from me.
Oh, I would have drop kicked the child that day. Look, my chat has on clip me saying that I would stuff children in lockers. You think I'm above drop kicking a child?
Oh my god.
Granted, I was drunk when I said that.
Valid.
Funny enough, it was during the charity stream that I said that.
What? Oh my god.
It was in the charity stream, but I was just like, should we stuff children into lockers? Once again, I would like to point out I was 20 shots in by that point.
Oh my god.
I was 20 shots in, so.
Hi, Annika. Happy to
Hi,
have you
Annika.
here.
We're talking about drop kicking children and stuffing them into lockers. If I find the clip is somewhere, not to promote my Twitch, but the clip is somewhere there. I'm gonna send it to you.
That's awesome.
It's just me very drunkenly saying that we're gonna stuff children into lockers. Okay.
Well, yes, let's move on to the next question in our interview. We kind of got off track a little bit. No. Please, no apologies. No apologies at all. So this question is a little bit more serious. So we're kind of steering into some of the harder territory, but I know that there has been a pretty significant rise in AAPI discrimination, especially in the past decade. It's definitely on the rise, and I'm curious if you've been affected in any way by that in the area where you live.
Surprisingly, yes.
Wow.
Which is very wild, considering, like, okay, obviously I'm not going to tell your chat, but you know where I live, which is very wild. Although what I notice mostly is it either comes from, like, no offense, it either comes from boomers or like teenagers that think it's cool.
Yeah.
And that's mostly where it goes. I am proud to admit, and watch that now that I say this, someone is probably going to do it to me tomorrow on my way to work. I have gone at least a year without being called a slur.
Oh my god.
Wild, isn't it?
That's I don't know how to respond to that. That took me back. Like
I I, pro- I probably should have prepped you for that, but yeah,
It's all good.
I have. It has been a year, and I have not been called one yet. But yeah, like I said, a lot of it is mostly most of it lucky for me. I don't other than the occasional boomer when I used to work at what I like to call the Green Mermaid Cafe. That would just yell at me because their latte wasn't made right.
Oh, I got it. I got there. I
The
got
only-
there in the end.
I'm assuming you had to think about what the Green Mermaid Cafe was.
I
for a
don't
second.
go there. So I never think that it exists.
The best way is like because it's easier for you. Think about where I live and where it came from.
Yeah, that's valid.
That kind of makes the most sense.
When I was living in Tokyo, there was one across the street from another one, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me! They are right across the street from one another."
How do you think I feel? I live in the land it was created. I see it every block, everywhere. But yeah, like there was that, and the only times I've been called it outside of work is when I'm at the mall minding my own business, and the random teenager of the day that doesn't think I'm gonna cuss them out just yells it at me across the way.
Yuck.
And then gets surprised when I walk up to them and start cussing them out.
Yuck.
See, that's the thing. I was like, I know I should be better about that because I don't know if I'm gonna get shot someday.
Please don't get shot.
No promises. But my thing is like I don't like disrespect.
Yeah.
I'm a very aggressive. I shouldn't say aggressive.
It should be
I guess, yeah, I am
acceptable
very-
to grab teens by the ear and take them to their mother for a scolding. I love it.
Oh, the last time it happened, I was waiting so hard for them to hit me.
Oh, that's scary.
I wanted her to hit me so bad because I was so ready to drag her by the hair and just slam her against the concrete. I would like to point out to you guys that I work out and I am actually very strong.
Oh.
Please do not play the little license plate game or the buggy game with me because I will unintentionally give you a bruise. I'm sorry.
No, I don't want a bruise. I'm just a little
That's fine.
puppy.
You can put someone else. You can put someone else in between us and then hope to God that they don't get it.
Be my
Who
shield.
would I act? Who could I possibly punch in the group?
No.
I kind of I like all of you. I don't know if I could
Which
physically
of you
do
would
it.
I fight?
Who would I fight and win? That's a good question.
There's only one member of V-Kind that I would fight, and it's myself.
Can I ask you? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't fight you if that makes you happy.
Yeah.
I'd be bruised, but I'm ready. So, Les, that's not something to say. Actually, if any of my viewers are in here, I feel like you guys know exactly who I would fight.
Oh no.
Or at least you guys have an idea of who you want to see me fight.
They're all saying
And
Cody.
I am not. They're not wrong. I promise you, they're not wrong. I would like to point out that I deadass told him that the first thing I'm ever going to do if I ever see him in real life is punch him right in the chest.
Okay.
No, Rico, I would be nice to you because you're my kuya, so we're going to be nice.
All right, I was gonna save this for later, but I have to know.
Yes?
Kuya, what is this?
Big brother.
Okay. All right.
It means big brother.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Evie just isn't sure she can take Rico. I mean, once again, I am very confrontational. I like to think I got this from my mom. Which I would like to point out, Japanese people have marketed themselves really well.
How so?
They make you guys think that they are very innocent and sweet, but y'all have not met my mom. Y'all have not met my mom. A core memory I have with this woman is that she literally pulled someone over that cut her off, and she fought them in the middle of the street.
That's amazing.
I wish I was lying to you guys about that.
That's amazing.
I've also heard stories about when my parents were together, and makes me wonder how they did not get divorced sooner.
Oh.
It's that bad.
I have a
soft.
go ahead. Spot. I have a soft spot in my heart for like strong and aggressive Japanese women because my sensei. Yeah.
That's why we get along so well.
Yeah. My sensei was working at NHK News when she met her future husband, and it was his first day on the job, and she went to like meet him for the first time and put her finger in his chest and was like,
"Help!
You are not going to be here long, and you are taking me with you."
That's a way to hit on someone. Yo, I'm using that next time.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that. The next time I see someone I like, I'm gonna tell them that.
Yeah. I love it.
I'm taking you with me. No, that's literally, my parents were like, I don't know how my parents got to the point of being married and then having a child together. There's so many questions that I have. Although, can you give me like a minute, because I do really have to use the bathroom?
By all means, I'll entertain chat.
Okay, entertain them. I will be back.
Okie dokie. Well, this feels like it's going really super well. I'm happy about that. This is very enjoyable to me. Sorry, chat. I feel like I should be responding to you more, and I apologize for that. But yeah, I mean, of course, I wanted this very much to be, you know, Evie's time, and it's great. This is my bark song. I love you all too, and I love you, Annika, and I just, I don't know. I adore you. So I'm really excited about the next couple questions that we're going to get into. The next segment of this interview is the part that I'm most looking forward to. And I believe in my heart that it's also the part of the interview that Evie is most looking forward to. So that is super exciting, and I hope that you will also get something fascinating out of it. The other day, Celeste and I started singing a Bark song. What? You did really? That's so sweet. Good listening while working. Aw.
Okay,
Yeah.
return.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I was just telling them that I think the next part of this interview is the part that I'm most looking forward to.
Oh?
Yeah.
Is that the one I was looking forward to too?
I think it is. I think it is. So, shall we jump into the next question?
Yes.
Okay. I am personally super very interested in Filipino food. I've never had Filipino food. Unfortunately, I cannot eat meat or seafood at all. So I wonder if you can A, tell us about Filipino food, and B, tell me if I can ever eat anything Filipino ever. No, I've
so
never
the answer the answer to this question is yes. There's a lot of Filipino foods we can make. The only thing you probably will never get to truly experience is adobo.
Adobo, okay.
I mean, maybe we could put like tofu in it, but like it won't be the same.
Yes, I do eat eggs, Rico. I eat a lot of eggs, as a matter of fact. And yes, my allergy does include fish and shellfish. Tofu adobo.
So I promise you, I actually had to ask my dad this after you sent me the questions.
Okay.
And he said that he was like, yeah, you can honestly eat anything.
Huh. Okay.
We can literally either just like substitute it with something like plant-based or like just take it out completely.
Okay.
And good news for you, this also means you can still eat lumpia.
I don't know what that is.
Have you ever, it's like these little, I guess they're kind of like spring rolls is the best. It's so hard for me to explain it without using the word. And most people know the meat ones. Okay. Yeah, egg rolls. Thank you, Rika. A lot of people know the meat ones. That's the one most people are familiar with.
Okay.
What a lot of people don't know is that we do have vegetable versions of it. and you can do it either deep fried or you can get the fresh lumpia, which is like it's kind of like a little that's the best way I could describe it is it kind of looks like a crepe
Okay. Okay.
with like vegetables and stuff in it, and it has like this really nice sweet sauce to it.
Interesting.
How do you feel about like oh, I did not mean to send you like a ton of pluses.
That's okay. I don't mind.
That was
I
an
love
accident.
pluses. It's all good. I'll keep them forever.
How do you feel about like more like I guess tart kind of foods or like sour-ish?
I love sour anything. I am a huge
Okay,
fan
so
of sour.
the first thing I'm gonna okay, good, because this was the one thing I wanted to recommend to you.
Okay.
It is called sinigang.
Sinigang. Okay.
And you can typically we make it with either fish or like pork,
Okay.
but you can completely just take it out.
Okay.
Yeah, you can completely take it out and you can just have it with just vegetables.
It's a soup.
Yes.
Okay.
We typically eat it with rice.
Okay.
And if you love like more sour and tart foods, you are going to love that.
Okay. Yeah, I love anything sour.
So that is one of the biggest recommendations I have for you because
Okay.
that is one of my favorites. Unfortunately, I also realize I can't recommend to you my favorite because everything about it is just made with animal.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite food is called dineguan,
Okay.
and a lot of people like to call it chocolate pork.
Huh.
It is not sweet in any ways. It is more tart.
Okay.
The reason I tell you that you probably cannot eat it is because the soup base has to be made from pork blood.
Okay.
Yeah. So you will. It's very good. It might also look a little disturbing to some people
I am
because
not.
it is very dark.
I'm not an ethical vegetarian at all. I just have a medical condition that prevents me from being able to eat meat or seafood at all. So nothing is going to really disturb me. I'm sorry, Coffee Cat, you know vegan blood substitutes? I'm sorry, what?
This is wait, now I have to Google this. Hold up. Is there a vegan version of this and should I be offended? Oh my god, why is that a search option? Okay, I guess maybe we could make this for you, puppy.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, that don't look right. I'm sorry, I just saw a picture of it. That don't look right.
Oh, yo.
No, it don't look right.
Hmm.
I'm not doing this to you.
Okay.
I feel offended looking at it. This needs to go away. No offense. No offense to any vegans in the chat. It just don't look right. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
But yes, most Filipino foods you can make vegetarian or with like some kind of stuff. If you can find a way to do it, I also recommend sisig.
Okay.
It's kind of just like a mix of different, like your choice of protein and then a bunch of vegetables. And then if you can find it, I know it's a little hard. We have a little fruit. It's called calamansi.
Okay.
Which is it kind of looks like a key lime.
Oh.
But it has like a really distinct flavor to it. It is literally one of my favorite things because guess what? Calamansi, you can put it on anything. You're thirsty? We'll make you some calamansi juice.
Ooh, I love it.
You want like something sweet? I could make you ice cream with it or cake or anything. You want to add a little bit of flavor to any of your food, especially noodles? Just squeeze a little bit in there.
Interesting.
We are very versatile people. I should tell you that right now.
I love lime, so if it's anything like lime, I'm gonna love it.
Oh, you'll love it.
Amazing. Amazing.
But yeah, dang it. You know, if we ever meet in person and we decide to do a road trip, I will take you to my grandma's house because she actually has a calamansi tree in her backyard.
I'm in. Off-Kai next year.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, where's Off-Kai again?
I believe it's being held in San Jose. I don't know if it'll be there next year. No.
Oh, that's actually really close to where my grandma lives. I just doxed my grandma. I'm sorry, guys.
No, Grandma! Save Grandma!
But when I I lived with her, we were very close to San Jose.
Amazing. Amazing.
So just so you guys know. Grandma, and Evie dancing her Lola.
Perfect. Perfect.
It popped into my head as soon as I finished saying it. I was like, oh. Oops.
Wah.
Wah. Wah, wah.
I haven't actually traveled that far around California. I used to live in LA, but I need to do more traveling around Cali. I miss it.
Same.
Yeah.
It's just so big.
It's true. It's true.
AX is going to be the first time I've been back in LA for like almost 10, like over 10 years. Yeah. I was born in San Francisco.
Oh, I've never been to San Francisco.
Guys, I love San Francisco. It's fun.
I want to go.
It's very fun. We should do a road trip someday. That would be hilarious.
I love it. Yeah.
Fun fact, ironically, I also used to live in Japantown.
Yeah. That's so cool. That's so cool.
Because me and my mom would go there, like, would be shopping like every weekend. Fun times. Oh yeah, I'm not the one driving though. Someone else can drive. I refuse to drive in California. It scares me.
My instinct was going to be like, well, I can drive, but I can't. I can't.
Driving in the city gives me anxiety.
Manager Sama can be my driver.
I will make someone else do it. I will happily be the passenger princess. I do not care. I will happily do that.
Love it.
I'm gonna have Kuyuriko driving me around.
I love it. That's perfect.
Oh, I forgot to mention also when I had another common thing in the Philippines is having drivers.
Interesting. Huh.
You guys want to know something like absolutely crazy?
Absolutely.
This is gonna make my life sound like a soap opera. So my mom got remarried, right? To our driver.
Whoa, that's cool.
Yes.
I love that.
Hey, have y'all seen The Nanny? It feels like that.
That's kind of perfect.
Have y'all seen The Nanny? It genuinely feels like that. Yeah, when I tell you my grandpa did not approve.
Oh no. Oh no.
It did cause I remember it causing a lot of fighting. The good news is Grandpa Malmstrom very much loved my little sister just as much as he loved me.
Oh.
So that he just did not like my stepdad.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Which is also kind of sad because my stepdad is like the nicest man you'll ever meet.
That's adorable.
Yeah, he's like one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. So it is kind of sad, but yeah. Fun fact. Evie's stepdad used to be the family driver. Talk about wild, ain't it?
That is wacky.
It sounds so telenovela. Not even teleseria. That's the Filipino one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. I should make you watch bad Filipino movies.
Let's do it. I'm in.
I have a list of Filipino movies that I need to show you guys.
I will share bad Japanese commercials with you, and you share Filipino.
Oh, I
TV
love
with
bad
me.
Japanese.
Yes.
I love bad Japanese commercials.
Yes.
I have Filipino dramas are some of the craziest shit. They're always about cheating for some reason.
I love that.
And they're so wild. There was one that I showed my friends one time at a convention. And it was really funny because as we were watching it, my friends were like, why are we still watching this? This is horrible. And then towards the end, my friends got, you know that meme of like the guys sitting on the couch and they look bored. And then the next one is them just like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my friends looked like.
I feel that.
Because towards the end of the movie, they're just like screaming at the TV. They're like, why are you still with him?
Annika, take care. Take care.
Oh, thanks for stopping by, Annika.
Yeah.
I wonder, Evie, how far apart are we on the family tree?
Yeah. 23andMe when. Show the results.
Me and Rico are like first cousins. We just didn't know it.
What if...
That'd be funny.
What if you're secretly, and we never knew this before, so related that you're actually the same person.
Oh my god. Spoiler, guys. Sorry, we never told you. That's why I'm leaving. I've been found out.
Amazing.
It's like the freaking 3 raccoons in a trench coat. 3 Evies and scrubs.
Amazing.
Can we draw that? I need to draw that now.
I love it. I love it.
It's 3 Evies and scrubs. Mindception. But yeah. Filipino food, you could probably eat almost everything.
Okay.
We can very easily tailor it to you.
Well, I need to know one thing though.
I feel like I know what the question is, and I'm double checking to make sure a certain person isn't in the chat while we're asking. While I'm telling you this.
Okay.
Because I made them promise to not ask questions.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Just
ask
eat
the
it.
question. I'm gonna ask the question.
I've been looking forward to this question. I hope you know this.
Balut. What? What? Why? Please explain. I need to understand.
First of all, you will probably never get to eat it.
I mean, I can't. I literally can't.
Yeah. But I want you guys to know that it looks absolutely disgusting.
Oh no.
But I promise you guys, it tastes like it tastes like a rotisserie chicken.
That is
Okay, any of you that are going to LA with us, you need to either leave for at least 5 minutes or mute us right now.
You've been banned.
You've been banned.
No.
It's okay. No, Silas, I'm kidding.
No.
There's only one person that I actually care to not know what it is because I really want them to go into this blind.
Okay.
And said person is not in the chat, so I think we're good.
Okay. I mean, we don't even have to talk about what it is or anything like that.
We all know.
We all know. I just
don't say anything.
To be honest, you blew my mind when you said rotisserie chicken because that is not in any world what I ever would have thought that you were going to say.
It's really good. See, when I tell people to eat it, and when I tell this certain someone, I'm not mentioning who it is because they do want to remain anonymous.
Yeah.
For our LA trip, but I did tell them you have to trust me. And I think me and Rico told Celeste when we give it to you, we are going to give you what looks like a hard-boiled egg. And what we need you to do is just crack open the top just a little bit because there is a soup. You want to drink the soup first.
Really? Why?
Or else it'll get everywhere.
Oh, okay. Okay, valid.
There's a soup inside the egg. Also, it's a really good soup.
Huh.
There's a soup inside the egg. And then once you're done cracking it, I need to make sure that you guys are not looking at it. Don't look at it. Don't think about it too hard. Just eat it.
Yeah. I can see that.
Sometimes you'll get... Okay, so for those of you that don't know what it is, balut is a fertile... I have the definition up here because I know I'm going to butcher everything with Evie vision, and we don't need Evie vision right now. We don't need even Evie vision right now. Balut is a fertilized duck egg where the embryo has been developed between a certain period of time, usually between 14 to 21 days. And then once it gets to that point, you boil it.
Interesting.
It's actually pretty good. Sometimes you'll get lucky and you won't actually see a formed duck. It'll just look like a little spot. Yeah, essentially you're just eating boiled duck fetus.
So somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm like, I can get away with eating egg without it making me sick. but I feel like that extends to the level of meat at a place where I would get sick.
If it makes you feel better, I'll eat the duck for you.
Okay.
I actually really like it.
Okay.
It's like, so I did, okay, so when I was like little, I like refused to eat it. Because, you know, when you're like 5 years old, it's creepy looking.
Yeah.
And the only reason I ate it was because my grandpa gave me $100.
I love it.
And then I ate it. And then me and my dad have decided. Me and my dad hustle people out of money for it all the time.
That's amazing.
Because they don't expect his American sounding daughter to like it. So we kind of hustle people out of money.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
We hustle his friends out of money all the time. It's really funny. Because it's so easy. Because all like my parents' kids, when we were younger, they're like, ew, I would never eat that. And then my dad would be like, you know what to do. And I'll sit there like, ew, yeah, I would never eat it. Oh, God, ew, no. Ugh.
That's perfect.
And then like, Evie, if we gave you $100, would you eat it? And I'm like, I mean, I guess I could try. Me and Papa Mouse be doing a lot.
So great.
But yeah, so that's what it is. I think it actually tastes really good.
Okay. Very cool.
So it is a common street food. I heard that apparently it's also really common in Vietnam.
Interesting. Okay. Huh.
And in Vietnam, so in the Philippines we kind of just eat it straight. I heard other places put like sauce on it. I have never done it with the sauce. The soup has always been enough for me. It just tastes like a rotisserie chicken.
Okay.
You just have to not think about it.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to not think too hard about it when you eat it.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, I promise you. Well, you probably won't be able to eat it.
I don't think so, sadly.
Just like not even like because you don't want to.
No,
you can't.
I've had century egg, but for whatever reason, I feel like this just extends to the level of meat, and it would probably make me sick. So
yeah, I would just like, as much as I like to tell you to eat it, I would just say be careful.
Yeah.
Or stay clear of it.
I don't want you to get sick. Being sick is not good.
It is very good, but yeah.
Yeah.
I personally really like it. We're making people eat it at LA. I hope you guys know that.
Good luck.
This is not. Rico brought it up, and I was like, wait. I was like, yo, Rico's cooking right now. Literally. Literally, Rico's cooking. I have people I'm going to make eat it.
Well, for the sake of everybody in chat, let's move on. So basically, I just kind of want to wrap up with a couple questions. What else would you like to share about either Filipino culture or Japanese culture that has specifically influenced how you live your life personally?
Like I said earlier, it's a lot of my own values and morals, I really do believe, come from my own culture.
Yeah.
I especially believe that after like having like different jobs where people are very surprised that someone of my age is very like I don't want to like toot my own horn here, but like I've been told that I have an amazing work ethic. And it kind of shocks people with how young I am. Which also, this could extend to also when I was in school. When I came back to America, I kid you guys not, I had to ask them to put me into the honors classes. Because everything I learned was far more advanced in the Philippines than it was here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's kind of just like the main thing is it kind of just influenced my like my work ethic, my morals, and my values.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do feel like I do feel at times that I do not connect with a lot of people.
Yeah.
In my thing because of it. Other things that made me realize. This is kind of a side note.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this is kind of going back to earlier when we were talking about the discrimination stuff.
Yeah. Go for
This
it.
popped into my head because like the way that I talk sounds like I sound very American.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be completely honest here. I've completely lost my accent.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, when I do get angry, she do come out. But the one thing though I will admit about being American is that I will fight for disrespect. You say that, but you still have fantastic pronunciation. Oh yeah, you guys have heard me say things in Japanese. My accent comes out so strong.
何の日本語
Sorry.
Like what? 日本語で。
日本語, yeah. Because okay, funny. Okay, before I get to discrimination part, I had like my friends would laugh at me. Because we would talk about if you guys know what Ensemble Stars is, it's like a idol thing.
Okay.
There's a character in there named Subaru.
Okay.
And I think we were talking about that series one time, and because we were talking about cosplaying it, and we were doing that, and I had a friend that would just started laughing, and I was like, "Why are you laughing?" And they were like, "Because I know when you're talking specifically about the car versus something in Japanese." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they were like, "Because when you're talking about the car, there's no accent."
That's
I was
cool.
like, "What?"
That's cool.
And they're like, "Yeah, when you talk about the car," because my dad has a Subaru.
Okay. Yeah.
So like that's how that's come in conversation about that.
Yeah.
So they thought it was really funny that they could hear it.
Couple questions. So first, let me just answer this for the snake. This series is Minority Report, so we are basically uplifting voices from people who come from various different types of marginalized communities. So today we're talking with the lovely and the amazing Evie. So that's what this is about. But also a question from Rico: thoughts on Utang Nalub?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Did I mispronounce it terribly?
No.
Oh no.
Oh goodness.
Chat, help, I did something wrong.
What did you do?
Whatever I did. I don't know what I did, but it was clearly wrong.
I mean, it's like a good thing.
Okay, what is it?
It's funny. It kind of like, okay, I'll be honest with you, some words I only really know in Tagalog, so I have to like find out what it is.
Okay.
It's kind of like the way they describe it is like it's like a debt.
Okay.
But like in a good way.
Okay.
Like you're very grateful to thing. It can be a bad thing too. People can take advantage of it. Yeah. So that's how that is. That's what that is. But yeah, it just depends on the person because sometimes you can have some shitty ass people. I apologize.
Yeah.
You can have some like really bad people that will take advantage of it. But like we are very giving people.
Yeah.
I think both of my to be honest with you, I think both of my races are very giving people.
Yeah, Japanese culture is very much about gift giving.
Yeah, like we will refuse things multiple times. Meanwhile, all we can do is we like to give people things all the time in both cultures. It's very hard for me. I've gotten my friends get mad at me. Because I tend to get them gifts a lot.
Yeah.
And it's so bad that my friends actually have to put a price limit on me.
Oh no.
Yeah. One of my friends says I can't. One of my friends says that I can't I can't spend more than $5.
Oh, it's kind of
Which is really
sweet.
funny because I actually on their birthday
Uh-huh.
I like got them like this entire gift basket of just like their favorite manga, which is the I forget what it's called. It's the one that everyone keeps referring to as the Green Lesbians.
I don't know this one.
Oh, it's really cute. I read some chapters of it. I feel like you might like it. There's that, and then not to discuss my brain rot here, their favorite character from Hypnosis Mike.
Okay.
And they had all of those like in a little basket. And they were happy, and then like in a split second they go, "How much did this all cost you?"
Oh.
And I was like, don't think too hard about it
Mm.
and accept my gift.
Mm.
Which like I like I said, I am a very gift giving person.
Yeah.
I actually have plans for like gifts to give everyone
Oh,
when we
that's
go
so
to LA.
sweet. That's so sweet.
I'm gonna try to get some stuff. I'm trying to get like another person, not the person I've been referring to. There's another person that is also joining us on the trip that also wants to remain anonymous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I won't say their name either. You guys should know who I'm talking about. At least anyone in Be Kind knows what I'm talking about. Specifically wants really has gotten into Filipino treats.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's fine. I can get some stuff. Like, okay, so I was like, okay, I need to buy like little gifts for everyone. I'm still trying to figure out what to get like Rico and like a few other people.
Mm.
And then certain people, one of them I will be bossing around a lot, so I have to be I have to be nice. We have to it's the Filipino look, hear me out. Okay. Filipino women are very bossy.
Mm.
We are very aggressive for no reason.
I love it.
I don't know why.
Yay.
One of my favorite TikToks is this lady screaming into her phone. And she was like, "Why do you guys always want to date the Filipina? We always hit you.
Oh no.
When we're mad, we hit you. When we're sad, we hit you. When we're happy, we hit you." And they're not wrong.
That's awful.
Like I said, do not play like the little punch buggy game with me or like the out of state license plate game with me because
Mhm.
I will unintentionally leave a bruise.
And I'll just crumple up and die.
So the thing is the best thing to do in this situation is not to sit next to me.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Either throw me in the trunk or put the person you think is most likely a good punching bag next to me.
You heard it here first, chat. If Puppy and Evie are next to one another, Puppy will die. There will be murder.
This is why we can't have Puppy next to me in the car. Especially like if you were to come with us to AX, I guarantee you we will see a lot of out of state license plates. And someone will definitely not someone else who would be our punching bag. This is the question I ask.
I don't punch people. I don't punch people.
If we are going to have like a full V kind like meet like get together, so all of us,
Mm-hmm.
like if all of us for some reason went together, who would be the punching bag? Because that's who has to sit next to me if we are in a car together. The punching bag has to sit next to me.
Can I bring a stuffy and then you can just punch the stuffy?
Hopefully it's big enough.
We're all
If it's
frail
big enough, sure.
creatures. Yay.
Because the problem is I don't aim. I would like to point that out. I do not aim. I just go straight for the jugular.
Amazing. Amazing.
So we need someone to be the I should put that in our server. Who wants to be my punching bag? And hold up, wait.
Uh,
Oh, I'm gonna put in the other one. Hold on.
Okay.
Who wants to be my punching? Oh God, I can't spell. Punching bag with heart.
Putagina? Help? Help? I don't know what this word is. I feel like I wasn't supposed to say it. Rico, what have you done?
I heard it pronounced like that before. I can hear Rico laughing too. I can hear Rico laughing.
I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did.
The way you pronounce something about me.
I, it is not a word I am familiar with.
I would like puppy.
Yeah?
Filipino words are phonetic.
Okay.
I would like to put that out there. Maybe not this one. Most of them are phonetic.
Okay.
It's pronounced. And pardon my language, y'all, because it is a bad word.
Oh no! I said a bad word?
Well, the good news is you did not pronounce it right.
Okay. I blame
I
Rico.
think that was the best one I heard. That was probably the best one. Oh, I hope someone clipped that. I just need it for my own personal amusement.
Okay. I'm crying
Pardon
right
my
now.
pardon my language.
Uh.
It's pronounced putang ina mo,
Oh, okay.
which a lot of people uh, like to associate it with son of a bitch.
Okay.
And roughly it translates to your mom's a whore.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. It's kind of our favorite one.
I love it. I love it.
It's kind of our favorite one to use. And then Filipino curse words are so funny.
Mm.
Um because we get like I said, we are very creative people.
Eh.
I have been called a turtle as an insult.
Why? What's wrong with turtles? I like turtles.
I don't know, but like my family has said it. Like they've said the word for turtle and the meant as an insult. And I'm just staring like, okay. Um,
Ugh.
turtle Evie when. I mean, not derogatory. You guys are getting bitch Evie soon.
Affectionate.
Affectionate, not derogatory. You guys will get bitch Evie soon. It's fine.
Perfect.
Evie, did your dad ever use Sparks Cargo to ship stuff? You know what? If we did, I wouldn't know because I only know what a balikbayan box is.
I don't understand anything that just happened.
It is literally just a brand of like shipping boxes that
Okay.
Filipinos like to put a bunch of things in to send to their relatives in the Philippines.
That's cool.
One of the main things we love to send is spam.
Why? Why?
Because it's American, so we automatically assume it's rich people food.
I see. I see.
Once again, extremely resourceful.
Yeah.
What other resourceful? Spam is actually really good.
I've never had it.
I'm surprised we got this far without spam being mentioned. I guess that's true. It is very much it's like a huge staple in Filipino cuisine.
Fascinating.
I make some pretty damn good spam musubi. Too bad I can't smuggle that into California.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I missed a question that I was going to ask you. Jumping back to Filipino food for a second, Google tells me that Filipino food is usually served with rice. Is that just normal plain white rice, or do you do anything fun with it?
I like to make garlic fried rice.
Cool.
That's what I like to do. Most people, you can use just like regular rice, but why be basic?
Yeah, yeah,
Be adventurous.
for sure.
Maybe not in your case, puppy. Maybe not too adventurous, but
No, I love frying rice. I love putting all kinds of things in rice. As long as it doesn't have meat or animal proteins in it, I'm
okay.
usually fine.
Then we will make you garlic fried rice.
Yeah. I do something very weird when I make fried rice, and it's something that I
Mhm.
don't think a lot of people do. But
Oh yeah, that's sorry. If you guys are not familiar, this is the funniest thing. We have a little dessert. We have a little dessert called puto.
puto, okay.
So you can imagine how fun it is to say this around Hispanic people.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's literally just a rice cake.
Mm. So yeah, when I'm making fried rice, I often will put peanut butter in it, and people think that that's very, very, very weird. But
That's very interesting.
yeah, I like the way that it gives it a little bit of like a smush to the fried rice. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh my god, wait, I forgot about that. We can also give you Filipino desserts.
Woo!
We can make you eat turon.
What's that?
It's really good. It's essentially like banana lumpia,
Oh,
caramel in like caramelized and everything.
I absolutely love banana. I'm a huge fan of
Then you
banana. Everybody
probably
knows
love
this.
turon.
Yay!
You'll probably love turon. I will give you that. See, the sad part is I know more about like Filipino food than I do about Japanese food.
Well, that's okay. I know a lot about Japanese food, so I have you covered.
That's true. Okay, so we balance each other out. This is why we get along.
Yes.
But there's so many good Filipino desserts.
Mm,
The one my parents like to make a lot, they call it a cathedral.
okay.
It's just essentially a bunch of different jellos and put into a mold, but they call it a cathedral because you just put like different flavors of jello, so it looks like stained glass.
Huh. Interesting.
What else do we have? I would say leche flan, but you could honestly get that anywhere because it's just flan.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot. My Pinoy mom has been making Japanese food for health reasons. You should.
Mm,
Oh, I grew up with like Japanese food. When I tell you that, like, when I lived with my mom, a staple in our diet was miso soup. I
sh-
had that like almost every day as a child.
shots fired from Coffee Cat.
What did Coffee say?
Flan is mid. Um,
Damn. Okay.
let me tell
All
you.
right.
Let me tell you my miso soup story.
We're not friends anymore.
uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
all right. I don't think that I will ever eat miso soup ever again for my entire life.
What happened?
Yeah, yeah. So I had GRS in 2021, and then I had really, really bad complications, really extremely bad complications, to the point that they were like, "Oh, we don't actually know if you're going to survive or not." Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to spend a month basically in and out of a hospital in I won't dox the location, but I was in this hospital and then going home to a hotel and back and forth, and literally the only thing that I could eat was miso soup. That's all I could eat for a month, and I got
Oh, I see.
so sick of it. I got so sick of it. And even the smell of miso soup now just takes me right back to staying in that horrible hotel and that
I'm so
hospital.
sorry.
Yeah, it's just like
I would. Sorry, you said that and it reminded me of my horrible hospital story, which
Mm-hmm.
was I got bit by a dog with rabies when I was like
No.
5. Did I never tell you guys that?
No.
I thought I told you guys about the dog with rabies story.
I don't think
I
I've heard
got bit by a
this.
dog with rabies. That explains the aggression.
I didn't do
You
it,
know,
Rico. I didn't
you
do
know a lot
it.
of a lot of people say that. They're like, this explains a lot. Yeah, when I was 5, I tried petting a dog and it bit me, and
Oh
then I found out I
no.
had rabies, and then my mom like threw me into the car and rushed me straight to the sketchiest looking hospital I'd ever seen in my
Oh
life.
no.
It dead ass looked like something out of Silent Hill.
Yikes.
It was so creepy. Why did you pet the toothpaste dog? Because I was 5 and stupid.
Eh.
I've learned to never do that again. As you can tell, I've never been bit by another dog with rabies. I have a lot of people that are surprised that I'm still alive. Pyramid Head MD.
I love it. I love it.
Look, it's just look. It builds character. I have a lot of crazy, like, life and death situations. I apologize. You know, as you guys know from me telling you guys about how I ate shit on the pavement, like, last week.
Yeah.
It's okay. Pyramid Head is the psychiatrist. Oh my god, but yeah. Oh my god, I could tell you all the stories about when I was in the Philippines. Like, what else was there? I went to school with, like, at the time, the president's daughter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Small world.
Yeah.
Small country. Like, very small country. Yeah, at one point I went to school with the president's daughter. She was like a grade above mine, but the school that I went really weird. No, not him. Not him. I'm not that young. I'm not that young. I am fairly young. I am not that young. Who was it? No, not Estrella. What's her name? It was one of the women.
Okay.
But yeah, I went to school with her daughter. She was like a grade older. She was like a grade older than me, but my school was like interesting because they would fit three. Yes, yes, Aquino. They would fit like 3 grades into one classroom.
Yeah.
What else was there? Girl Scouts was mandatory, and we did not get to do the little selling cookies shit.
Oh, what did you do?
They taught me how to survive in the wilderness, which is why I do not like camping.
Valid. Valid.
I fell down a hill one time.
Oh no. Oh
Oh,
no.
when I tell you of my life. I have a new one now.
Amazing.
Yay.
Amazing.
But yeah, Filipino culture is interesting.
Yeah.
Japanese culture is also interesting. There are 2 things that I am very much ashamed of from both those cultures.
Well, I know I know one, but I'm not sure what the other one is.
Wait, now I need to know, what do you think the one is?
Well, I assume that the terrible atrocities committed by the Japanese people during World War II.
Okay, now there are 2.
Okay.
There are 2 things.
Okay, tell me more.
See, this is also why people are like surprised that my parents even got together to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people are acting like my parents were were like alive during World War II.
No, that's not what I meant at all.
No, it's just funny. That I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That should probably be on my list.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a certain type of genre of anime that starts with an H.
Ah, okay.
And specifically involves that's how do I say this without actually saying it?
I don't know.
that specifically involves tentacles. That I'm ashamed to admit. That I am ashamed of very much.
Wakarimashita.
Yes, exactly.
The
The thing that I'm ashamed to admit that we have in the Philippines. Have y'all ever heard of fucking cat shit coffee?
No.
I hate that we make it's like the most expensive coffee in the world.
Wait, is it?
It's not really a cat, but it's an animal.
Okay.
It is considered the bougiest coffee in the world.
Gross.
And
I
what
just
it
looked it up.
is it's
gross.
Yes.
Hmm.
My supervisor, we were talking about that, and she was like, I will never claim that. That is never us. And I was like, well, it's too late now. Because unfortunately, that is the bougiest thing to come out of our country, and I am ashamed to admit that we are the ones that made that. So for those of you that don't know, there's like a little animal in the Philippines that they feed like these coffee grounds to. And the way that their digestive system works is it doesn't digest it all the way. So it kind of just comes out in little clumps and they wash it and they make coffee out of that.
Gross.
I know, right?
Gross. Yeah.
Once again, kind of ashamed of it. You could look, I do not care if it's the bougiest coffee in the world. I will never drink that. The only way you are going to get me to drink it is if you do not tell me what it is.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm not going to drink any coffee, so I think I'm safe there.
See, I am always tired.
I am also always tired. I just refuse to drink coffee.
The intro is no joke, guys. The intro is fully true. Oh, God. Wow, we got sidetracked really quick.
Yeah.
Because I think we were trying to talk about the discrimination thing, and now we're on cat shit coffee. I never finished that. So I like going back to the seriousness of it.
Sure.
I never actually like, other than like, you know, the stupid teenagers and the boomers that think it's funny to call me that. Either because they think it's hilarious or because, you know, I didn't put like 2 sugars in their latte. Most of the time I never have to deal with that. The only other time I've actually dealt with it is one time a lady assumed I couldn't speak English.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not lying about that. That's the only other time I've had to deal with that. The people that get it the most, though, are my parents.
Really?
Yes. It's mostly because my parents, which is really funny because my parents, they have accents, but they're not that thick.
Okay.
The only thing they can't pronounce is squirrel.
Why?
I don't know why, but for some reason, squirrel seems to evade the language barrier in the Philippines.
It does have a lot of consonants in it.
Yeah, I've never heard my parents ever pronounce the word squirrel right.
Interesting.
But that is the only time I've ever seen, like, any time I've been in, like, have to interact with discrimination is mostly towards my parents. And then, like I mentioned earlier, they do not expect their like, I was gonna say teenage daughter, but I'm not a teenager. I definitely look like a teenager. I've been mistaken for a high schooler more times than I can count in the last month.
Oh my gosh.
They're teenage, so a lot of them don't expect their like teenage looking daughter to show up and start cussing them out. I got the aggression. I got it from my mama. Yeah, we got the aggression from my mama. But cute. Yeah, like most of the time it happens with my parents, especially my dad. And I think it just makes me more angry because my dad is very much like, just let it go.
Yeah.
You just let it go. You just let it be. So then I wait until he goes to the bathroom and then I hunt down the person that did it. I don't know. I can't, like, the one thing, like, I will never actually, like, me as a person, I would never actually physically fight someone once again if we played Punch Buggy. Right. I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize. It's never like I never actually want to do it. And if it's like towards me, like I know I said like, yeah, I've cussed out some people if it's towards me, but it's like, I'll just like, I just try to do it to get it out of my system. Yeah. And then we're fine. But I can't handle like disrespect towards my parents. And I can't handle disrespect towards like family and friends.
Yeah.
And that is where I might actually throw hands.
Yeah.
Not to promote violence, but remember, guys, always let yourself get hit first and then go crazy. That's what I do, is I wait to get hit first and then we throw someone onto the curb.
Yeah. You know, I have this feeling in the world that my sense is I always want to put out as much love and as much kindness and as much compassion as I possibly can. But sometimes I really feel that showing kindness means calling out unkindness.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am never opposed to calling out people for like bullcrap. It is just like, I don't know if it's just, I don't know if any of you guys care about horoscopes, but I have a lot of horoscope friends. I'm a Libra. People say that that's my sense of justice is way too high.
If you had to guess, what do you think my horoscope is?
You know, Puppy, I'm gonna be 100% with you. I know nothing about like constellations, horoscope. Anything I know is from my actual friends.
Amazing.
I could tell you stuff about like the Chinese zodiac. I love that.
Okay. I'm a water dog in the Chinese zodiac.
I was gonna say, are you a dog? Is this why we get
Yes.
along?
Yes, I'm a water dog.
I'm a what is mine? I know I forget. Wait, hold on. I know I'm a rat. I can already hear some of you laughing. I have a lot of friends that like laugh at the fact when they're just like, "Oh, Evie's a rat." I was like, "Yeah, look, y'all can joke about y'all can make the rat jokes as much as you like. Just remember that the rat won the damn race." So,
Yeah.
oh, I'm a fire rat. Wow, that explains so much. The aggression is truly real. But yeah, Scorpio sting. Wood bear. Rico's a sheep.
Sheep, sheep.
We're kind of doxing our ages by doing this.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to just like.
Yes, it's valid.
We're kind of doxing our ages right now. But that makes me assume that you are only like 2 years older than me.
Mm.
But yeah. But yes.
Yeah.
I am the little rat, but yeah. That's I don't know, with stuff like that, yeah, when it comes to like discrimination, with me it's just like I can get away with just like if it's just towards me, it's just like, you know, calling someone out for it.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're trying to promote kindness, and I really apologize for admitting that when it does come to my parents, though, I do throw hands with people.
Yeah, I mean it's absolutely valid. Like you protect your family, and that's one of the things that I will say. Me personally, I don't have very much real world family, but V kind is my family, and I will protect my family to the ends of the earth.
Oh yeah, okay, my people know that I bully a specific someone a lot. But like that doesn't mean that if someone hurt them, I'm going to sit by and let that happen. Like I am very much the like I can bully this person, you can't.
Yeah. I feel the need to call this out. Witch Hazel is a yaoi paddle. I just think you should know that because
a what?
Yaoi paddle.
Why?
They just admitted it in chat. They're a woodboard, aka yaoi paddle.
Oh. Not the yaoi paddle. Oh my god, I still can't believe that's a thing that actually got banned. That is so wild to me. I'm sorry. The lore behind yaoi paddle is so fucking hilarious to me.
Goodness.
Yay, that's another thing my people created. Yay.
Amazing.
I love Fujoshi Miku. Look, all I'm saying. It's another thing we created. Why did we do this? Which is so funny because like it always cracks me up that like, oh my god, you know what you reminded me of is my coworker showed me this she was showing me this display from like a Barnes and Nobles of like their LGBTQ recommended manga.
Uh-huh.
And first of all, there was one that did not belong in there. Which had me cracking up. Which, fun fact, it was My Hero. For some reason was on there. Like right dead in the center.
Amazing.
But the other thing that made me so upset was there was a lot of them that were like it made me sad because there were actually two really good representation ones in there that were in the far corners, and the rest of them were all like Fujo bait. Yeah.
Love it.
And it made me so sad because I looked over and I saw like a manga that I always recommend to people if you want like something LGBTQ related.
Yeah.
It's so good. I feel like you might like it.
Which one's that?
Let me see if I remember it's called It's called Boys Run the Riot.
Okay.
It's basically about like a trans it's a trans guy that's trying to like kind of come to terms with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sad. It will make you cry.
Okay. I added it.
I
to my
really
list.
liked it.
Nice.
I really liked it.
Nice.
Fujo Bait is my new brand. Hang on, I'm writing this down.
Amazing.
I'm sorry. Like that's really what it is it's Fujo Bait. A lot of this is Fujo Bait. Do we fall for the Fujo Bait? Abso-fucking-lutely. I keep getting made fun of by a certain someone for my Twitter feed right now. Like, I'm sorry that I have ships that I like. Look, I'm not knocking down the Fujos. I unfortunately, as much as I don't want to admit it, am one. I don't like to admit it. But I do like certain pairings that just happen to be two pretty boys kissing.
Yeah, why not?
Is that so wrong? Like, but yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. We can all Fujo out a little as a treat.
Yes.
I enjoy Princess. What is that again? I'm stupid.
I don't remember it either, but...
Oh, I remember this now.
Okay, yeah,
I remember this.
Yeah.
I remember this. Oh my god, I haven't heard of this in a long time.
This really takes me back.
I remember this. Oh my god. Oh, what a time to live! What a time to be alive! Because now we actually have like less toxic.
It's true. It's true.
It's like, oh my god, these are cute. I mean, the toxic ones still they're still alive and kicking, but we got better representation now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, speaking of representation, sorry, this is kind of like a stupid side note. But I like to joke about this because I think it's really funny. So I don't know if you guys know that the anime manga please sorry, I looked at the chat. Please share your actual good rep media when you know. Yeah, I know quite a few actually. Are the names not popping up in my head? Absolutely not, but if I find a picture of it, it'll be like it's that one. But like, sorry, now that we're like talking about like the culture thing, this popped into my head and it's kind of something I do think is kind of funny. If you guys know the manga series / anime Tokyo Revengers, I am convinced that the author went to the Philippines and liked it.
Interesting.
Because it doesn't pop up a lot. But there are one of the main characters and his brother, because his brother unfortunately passed away. The one thing his brother left him was like a motorcycle.
Okay.
That he happened to find when he was traveling through the Philippines. And there is like a part of the manga where the main character actually travels to the Philippines.
Interesting.
To find the character. There is also another character that for once I feel represented completely. I wish that the character wasn't crazy, but you know, you kind of have to make do with what you get. There's a character in there that is also half Filipino and half Japanese.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that I was like, oh, this is nice. And then I think when he first got revealed. So the really funny thing about it, and I had a friend that we saw these comments and they were cracking up from my reaction. There was a lot of people that were complaining because he's half Filipino, he wasn't dark enough. Me being the petty person that I am, pulled up a picture of the kid and then put my hand right next to my phone. I would like to point out we were the same color.
Oh my goodness. It's cute.
That's why my friend started laughing. Because I was like, wait, no, this is right. Look. Because I was like, I'm half Filipino and half Japanese.
Yeah.
We're literally the same skin color. It's really funny.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, that's why my friend just started cracking up. But also, like, the funny thing about being mixed too.
Mm-hmm.
I realized this very recently is that I don't look. When I was little, I very much looked like a Filipino baby.
Mm-hmm.
I look like a Filipino baby. And then as I've been growing up, I'm realizing that I'm starting to look more East Asian.
Interesting. Okay.
The shade of brown varies, to be honest. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
I am very pale, which I think that might also be because I'm part Japanese.
Yeah.
But it's really funny because I kind of use that. This is gonna sound so bad of me. I use this to my advantage when I'm at the hospital.
How so?
Because I don't look Filipino, none of them realize that I speak Tagalog.
Yeah.
None of them know that I speak Tagalog. So I
Mm,
love to use drop on everyone's conversations.
yeah.
I've done that to my supervisor more times than I'd like to admit. The funny thing is she knows I can understand her, but she still does it.
Mm,
And then she'll do it. I think there was one time she was talking to like someone from a different clinic who also happened to be Filipino, and they were like talking about this doctor.
mm-hmm.
And at one point I just started laughing that my other coworker like leaned in and she goes, "What's he saying?" And I was like, "She just said that this doctor keeps forgetting everything because he's too old." That's why I'm laughing so hard. And like when she gets like super into the conversation, they actually have me translating.
Aw.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, this is what she said. It's pretty funny." And we have like another, like one of our program coordinators is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
She found out that I speak Tagalog.
Mm-hmm.
If it's me on the phone or if it's me that she sees, she'll never talk to me in English.
Mm,
I asked her about that, and she was like, "Because it's easier for me to talk to you like this."
yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, "I get that. My
Mm.
grandma refuses to speak to me in English.
Mm-hmm.
I'm her only grandchild that knows Tagalog, and she's
Oh.
taking full advantage of that."
Hmm. That's neat.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, Evie's a multilingual failure." We know Tagalog, and I'm on par with a first grader in Japanese.
Well, if you ever
I'm like,
need a teacher.
yes, this is why I can pronounce words pretty well in Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't like if you sat me there, I would just be like, like, I mean, granted, you were there when you were part of my little "Let me explain to you" hypnosis mic stream. Like you've heard
Yeah.
how I pronounce all the characters' names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is really awkward when I see people that like don't pronounce it right though,
Yeah.
and I kind of just sit there and I'm just like,
Yeah, it definitely
uh,
happens to me all the time.
I have that happen so much, and I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna sit here, and I'm gonna keep pronouncing it my way, and then we're gonna hope that you realize that between the two of us, I'm right
Mm-hmm.
because I'm never wrong. I'm kidding. No, I'm wrong in a lot of instances. Don't quote me on. Don't quote me on that. This is coming from the same person that didn't know the different. Okay, this is slightly inappropriate, so I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
This is coming from the person that for the longest time did not know the difference between throw your back out and blow your back out.
Yeah.
Your face is telling me everything.
Yeah.
I can see your face on the model.
Yeah.
I did not know that until I shouted it out loud to my coworker. Did I never tell you that?
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
I have never.
Oh.
I said that out loud one time and it was just them staring at me. It looked like a sitcom bit. Because I had no idea. They literally stared at me like, "Evie, do you really not realize what you said?" And I was like, "What is so bad about what I said?" I'm learning. Look, I like to tell people that my excuse is I'm multilingual.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good excuse.
Yeah.
Granted, I will admit, the lady, like, as much as I hate the lady that assumed that I didn't know English, it does come in handy sometimes. When I don't want to talk to random people on the street, I just start talking in an accent.
Yeah.
And I walk away. Like, you guys, like I said, once again, Filipino, we're extremely resourceful. Oh my god, wait, you can have banana ketchup.
Ooh, banana ketchup.
It's actually a lot better.
Mm.
It's a little spicy, so I should put that out there.
I love spicy. I love spicy anything.
Okay, then I will find you a bottle of banana ketchup.
Amazing.
If we ever meet in real life.
Amazing. I shall wait for it. I shall wait for it.
The superior ketchup, according to Rita. Deadass, it's actually pretty good. I love banana ketchup. Oh, we should make... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I was going to say we should make you try Filipino spaghetti.
What's Filipino spaghetti?
It's a lot sweeter.
Oh, okay.
Actually, we probably could make it without the meat.
Okay.
It'll just be sauce and cheese.
I like those things.
It is very, like, insanely red.
Okay.
It's very concerningly red.
Nothing wrong with that. I like things.
I should put that out there. It's very, like, concerningly red. But it's good. I promise.
All right.
Yes.
I am interested. So.
Yes. Someday you and me will meet in real life.
Absolutely.
And then I will help you find like good Filipino.
100%.
Oh my god, wait, you can have pancit and palabok.
Okay.
I love palabok. That's another one of my favorites. I am so picky with it though, because my grandparents make it. My dad and my grandparents make it such a certain, like, a specific way. That like I can't, like, I feel judgmental when I go to other places. But it's very good.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can make this for you without the meat.
Yeah, without shrimp would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, we can make it with you. We can make it for you without the meat.
Okay.
I guarantee you, I can look. As I like to tell people, if there is a will, there is a way.
For sure.
Especially as a Filipino, like I said, resourceful. Do you know how many versions of vinegar we have?
6.
I need to actually check that number. We literally can make vinegar out of everything.
Amazing.
I've literally gone to a store and it'll just be like, oh, coconut vinegar? Apple vinegar? We could literally, like, my dad makes some really good vinegar and I do not know how he makes it. But he sells it. It's fun.
That's cool.
Anyways, Filipino culture.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Resourceful. Fun. Go to the country. It's very beautiful.
I would love to. One day. One day. Wow.
I hope you guys understand that, just understand that Japan is the only place with road rules in Asia. I would like to put that out there.
Yeah.
But understand that it is extremely, it's chaotic. It's like a chaotic. Somehow we make it work. And then we can throw you on the little tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
Those are fun. And a jeepney. It's Mad Mouth. It really is. It really is. We should put you on a jeepney. Those are fun. You kind of have to be willing to be crammed against a bunch of people.
No big deal.
But, like, it's pretty fun to just kind of yell at the drivers.
Yeah. Thank you, Stormy. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. It is, in fact, getting quite late, so...
Yes, we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, but I'm so thankful that you were my first guest on this series.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You shared so many very cool things.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah, yeah.
If you ever need me for anything else.
Thank you. We do have to plan our Japanese commercial stream at some point.
Yes,
so
and then I will make you watch bad Filipino movies.
I love it. I'm in.
I have one that I've been meaning to show my friends.
Awesome.
It's so bad. Everything about it is wild.
V-Kind movie night.
Oh, 100%. I can, like I said, I have a really good bad movie that I've been dying to show people.
Perfect. Well,
yes.
I think we will bring it to a close here, and thank you again so much. Thank you, everybody out there. Everybody who's still in
Yeah.
chat, Witch Hazel, Celeste, Coffee Cat, Evie, you're here. Rico,
Yes.
Divine
You're welcome.
Fox, Wilfred, and Surrounded, and everybody else who might be out there. Thank you all. Evie, a very, very, very special thank you for teaching me so many amazing things.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, chat. Everybody take care of yourselves. You get a gold star for learning so much today. And, yay. We'll see you soon. Until then,
Bye, everyone.
matane.
Bye.